My dear friends, have you ever felt an unbearable lightness? As if life lacks weight, leaving you feeling empty amidst the hustle and unsatisfied even in success. This is the feeling known as the unbearable lightness of being. When we face this inner sense of floating and meaninglessness, the writer FuLei offered a profound insight. True light is not the absence of darkness, but the refusal to be overwhelmed by it. A true hero is not someone without base emotions, but someone who is never conquered by them. This tells us that the real battlefield lies deep within our hearts. Today, from a perspective of love and kindness, let's explore how to conquer this inner enemy and achieve continuous self-renewal and growth. The reason we feel this unbearable lightness is because our inner needs are not being met, or we are bound by expectations. We often mistake the source of our pain as love, but in reality, what hurts isn't love. What hurts are unmet needs, expectations, and the old wounds they bring to the surface. When we feel isolated, tired, or numb, it's a form of withdrawal that makes us feel less alive. Many people use busyness to avoid and hide their joy and talents, constantly moving just to prove their worth. This busyness is like playing a role. Even with external success, you feel drained and exhausted inside because the role prevents you from truly accepting love and rewards. When you remain in the state of sacrifice and busyness for too long, your life loses its center and its light. FuLei tells us that before we can conquer external enemies, we must first conquer the enemy within. This inner enemy is the criticism and guilt manufactured by our own minds. When we accuse or complain about others, we are actually punishing ourselves. Because every complaint is an admission that we feel powerless to change the situation. Guilt always hides fear. Guilt makes us feel unworthy of the good things in life, unworthy of love and abundance. It causes us to retreat, to step out of the flow of life, and to use self-punishment to atone for our mistakes. This inner sense of baseness is the biggest obstacle preventing us from progressing and taking the next step. A true hero isn't someone without base emotions, but someone who is never conquered by them. This means we must let go of these internal self-attacks and allow light to illuminate our minds. So how do we refuse to be conquered? First, choose forgiveness. Forgiveness isn't something you do for others, it's how you set yourself free. Forgiveness changes your perception, allowing you to see your own and others' innocence. When you release judgment towards others, the hidden guilt within you is naturally released. Second, let go of expectations and control. Our stress comes from expectations, which are like time bombs waiting to explode. To escape suffering, you must be willing to release the image of how things should be. When we let go of control, we become more open to receiving unexpected and wonderful things. The hero's journey of self-renewal and growth is about choosing to reconnect with love and life, and this requires commitment. First, total giving is freedom. Commitment is the degree to which you give of yourself. Many people fear commitment, thinking it will limit their freedom. But in reality, what you give creates your freedom. When you are willing to give yourself completely, to love without holding back, you transcend the limitations of the ego. Second, embrace connection. Separation is the only problem, and love is the cure for separation. When you are willing to move towards your partner, your teammate, or even someone who seems to be attacking you, the answer will appear. Because any attack on you is actually a call for your love and help. Choosing connection and love creates the intimacy and validation needed to solve problems. And third, feel your feelings. Allow yourself to feel every emotion that arises until it completely dissolves. Pain is just a signal, guiding you toward what needs to change, not what needs to be escaped. When you stop resisting your feelings, you move from stalemate into flow and rebirth. True light isn't the absence of darkness, but the refusal to be overwhelmed by it. This eternal light is love. Intimate relationships are your fastest path to growth, as they constantly bring up our unhealed parts. To choose to be a hero is to choose in every moment to let go of self-criticism and guilt and to make a commitment without holding back. When we see the divine, which is love, in every situation, our love will lead us into a state of bliss and joy. Please remember, love is giving everything without reservation. When you are willing to give in this way, you no longer stand in your own way. Your life will flow easily, carrying you through a continuous journey of self-renewal and growth. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content on finding your inner hero.